Order. Welcome to our June 2nd council meeting. Please stand and join us for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Mr. McBurnett, let's start us off with a roll call.
Councillor Tate.
Here.
Demas.
Here.
Savage.
You're going backwards. You're going the wrong way.
I switch it up.
Here.
Shalata.
Here.
Zadi. Here. West.
Here.
Halter.
Here.
Mayor Como.
Here. And councilors, I'd entertain a motion right off the bat to approve the revised agenda you have before you here tonight.
So move, Your Honor.
Do you have a motion? Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, councilors, I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes from the City Council meeting of May 19th, 2020.
So moved, Your Honor.
We do have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Let the record show no opposed. And we're going to move right into the presentations and proclamations. Everybody pay attention here, as we just had a discussion up on the council board. June is Men's Health Month. And our proclamation reads, whereas despite advances in medical technology and research, men continue to live an average of 5 years less than women, with Native American and African American men having the lowest life expectancy. And educating the public and healthcare providers about the importance of a healthy lifestyle and early detection of male health problems will result in reducing rates of mortality from disease. And men who are educated about the value that preventative health can play in prolonging their lifespan and their role as productive family members are more likely to participate in health screenings. And fathers who maintain a healthy lifestyle are role models for their children and have a happier, healthier families. And the Men's Health Network worked with Congress to develop a national men's health awareness period as a special campaign to help educate men, boys, and their families about the importance of positive health attitudes and preventative health practices. And the Men's Health Month website has been established at www.menshealthmonth.org and features resources, proclamations, and information about awareness, events, and activities, including Wear Blue for Men's Health. And Men's Health Month in Rock Springs will focus on a broad range of men's health issues, including heart disease, mental health, diabetes, prostate, testicular, and colon cancer. And the citizens of Rock Springs are encouraged to increase awareness of the importance of the healthy lifestyle, regular exercise, and medical checkups. And now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Timothy A. Como, Mayor of the City of Rock Springs, do hereby declare the month of June 2020 to be Men's Health Month in the City of Rock Springs, and I encourage all of our citizens to pursue preventative health practices and early detection efforts. So please do your part, especially those of us that are getting to be older. It's important to get out there and make sure that you get screened and take advantage of that.
What was he looking at?
Okay, the next item on our agenda is the petition section. And first, what I would ask, because this would be the portion of our meeting where we'll also allow any candidates that are here to give presentations for the Ward 3 seat vacated that we'll announce at this meeting. But first of all, is there anyone here that wishes to address the council on any other issue whatsoever? This is your time to do so. Hearing none, candidates, are there any candidates wishing to give a presentation for the Ward 3 seat? Just so you know that these will be one-time presentations. Additional candidates will be allowed to present at our next meeting on June 16th. And at that time, we'll accept nominations and make that appointment at that time. So anybody? Next meeting? Okay. No other petitions? Hearing none, I will close the petitions section of our agenda and we'll move on to the officers and staff reports. Counselors, item number 1 under the officers and staff reports is the summary of city department activities during the COVID-19 shutdown. And I'm not quite sure if you had time to look through this, but what I had requested in several other departments that we actually shut down facilities, recreation, museum, URA, and our staff here at City Hall, asked them to kind of keep a list of what they'd been doing since our buildings were closed to make sure that the public understands that we weren't just sitting here the whole time doing nothing and waiting for the building to and programs to open again. I can't commend staff as much as I would like to. This is a long list, and I'd like to go through each individual list, but let me just tell you that between engineering and operations, public services, the cleaning, disinfecting during the council, in the council chambers, in our offices, doorknobs, hard surfaces, police department, sanitized locker rooms, records desks, shampooed chairs, floors, deep cleaned downstairs conference room, shampooed all the seating, shampooed chairs, shampooed all the seating in the attorney's office, deep clean and sanitize all the finance area after the COVID scare, of which we did have a COVID scare here in our office. And I just can't thank you enough for keeping up with that, Paul and your staff. Painting, sealed all the downspouts at City Hall, which were leaking all over the place, hosed down all the sidewalks, swept and cleaned all the east side parking lots, painted the guard post, painting the boiler room, cleaned and greased all air handling units. I mean, a lot of work. Parks and Recreation. Not only do we have a huge list from Parks and Recreation, and it literally goes on for pages, but during that time when other departments needed some help, we did our best to share employees, get some things knocked off our list. Just a whole gamut of tasks that we normally wouldn't have the time to do, but during the time that we were shut down, I can tell you that we got a lot of stuff done. And we avoided any outbreaks here at City Hall and at our other facilities. We took a little bit of heat. I made the request to open the golf course early. We've been averaging, I don't know, upwards of 300. 30% normally. It's a great way, Dave and I thought, to get people out to get some fresh air, to social distance, and get some exercise. And I stand by that decision, and I think all in all that was a very good decision. But all throughout the city, the parks, a great start on trying to get us ready for the springtime, take care of rodents, the whole 9 yards, trees. We just, and I don't want to steal Councilor West's comments, but we've planted a lot of trees. We've done a lot of work. By the end of April, on the sounds like we had around 3,400 rounds of golf, which is fantastic. Benches, the whole 9 yards. Parks and Rec extremely busy during that time, and Civic Center, Rec Center, Parks Division, just the list just goes on, and it'll be in the minutes. But a lot of good work was done here, and the URA, the museum, created their own events, if you would. Basically, from the URA, they created the Curbside Challenge, which was great, trying to help some of the local businesses get up off their feet. The Sba Loan Webinar, they hosted many webinars to try to get the local business owners to understand how to participate in the PPP program and loans that they may need, of which many secured. Gift card promotions. Basically, if you couldn't go into a place, this program basically said go out and purchase a gift card. And when we get open, then you can use the gift card. Local bingo, community surveys. We did just quite a few projects. The Art Underground. I said I wasn't going to go through all these lists, but we planted flowers downtown. We went through an entire month of citywide cleanup. The Wyoming Arts Alliance pilot community. Historical walking tour. We have just accomplished a lot in trying to get ready to plan for this summer. Finance and administration, the Rock Springs Historical Museum was closed. The museum's a different critter because most of, well, if not all the individuals that visit the museum are tourists from areas that we may not be this area. So we kept it closed a little bit longer and had the requirement that if you came into that facility once it wasn't open, that you definitely had to wear face protection. And while they were closed, just deep cleaning, organization, cataloging, consolidation of artifacts. They were able, during the closure, to move the coal room around, do some deep cleaning and unblock the windows. Just numerous items. So if you get a chance, go through that. But I commend each and every one of you for the work you've done during this time. And I'd like to say that we're moving forward with better times, but the numbers will tell us that. We'll either go back or we'll stay safe. So do your best to maintain the social distancing. We're up to groups of 250 or less. We're not quite sure how that's going to affect any remaining events that we have, but we're hoping that we can continue with at least a few of these events through our summer. So thank you very much. And then housing also, I forgot to mention housing. They did some remodel to limit the amount of contact with the public. Grounds in all locations maintained, several trees planted, 63 applications for assistance, processed 13 returned applications and added the applicants to the waiting list, conducted 24 interim certifications for public housing. 27 annual certifications were completed for the public housing program. 15 annual certifications were completed for the Section 8 program. Received additional funding for the public housing program and the Section 8 program. We were busy, and a lot of this stuff we may not be able, I'm not going to say the shutdown was a good thing by any means, but it definitely gave us an opportunity to get caught up on some much needed work that we needed to. So thank you for that. And counselors, I would entertain a motion to approve the officers and staff reports and place on file.
So moved, Your Honor.
We do have a motion. Do we have a second? Second's been called. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, this can bring us to the council committee and board reports. Item number 1, we have the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board meeting minutes of March 12th, 2020. And 2, the Joint Powers Telecom Board meeting minutes of April 16th, 2020. And councilors, I would ask, are there any other comments or reports due at this time?
Your Honor,
Commissioner or Councilman West?
if I could just say a couple words. We hosted the Beautification and Tree Board Committee hosted Arbor Day last Friday out at the golf course. We'd received some funding through the Wyoming State Forestry Division, as well as a small grant from Exxon, along with the city match as well, but to plant some trees out at the golf course and kind of get that redeveloped for the amount that was lost out there. So Dominion Energy was there. They had about 14 volunteers to help plant, along with the park staff and department. and I don't remember how many we got planted on Friday alone, but it was around 25 or so. But total, it's going to be a little over 200 trees planted out there. So I just thought that was a good thing, and I was glad to see parks come together and help out the golf course and trying to get the beautification efforts up. So appreciate all those involved, and that's all I had.
Appreciate that, and I reiterate the same. It was a great day. We got a lot of trees in the ground, and many more coming forward. So thank you, Counselor. Counselors, I would entertain a motion to approve the council committee and board reports and place on file.
So moved.
Do we have a motion? Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, this is going to bring us on to the correspondence section of our agenda. We have 3 items under correspondence. The letter from International Day Committee regarding cancellation of the 2020 International Day event. 2, the letter from the Wyoming Business Council Main Street Advisory Board regarding their efforts to get Wyoming back to work. And 3, the Gateway South Transmission Line project information and letter from the City of Rock Springs regarding the established socioeconomic area for the project. Councilors, I would entertain a motion to approve the correspondence and place on file.
I'll move to approve.
We do have a motion to approve the correspondence. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, this is going to be a rough one. Let's see how we act, or if it's just a quiet time. Councilors, next on our agenda is the bills and claims. Item number 1, the bills and claims for June 2nd, 2020.
Your Honor,
Councilwoman Demas.
I motion to approve the bills and claims for June 2nd, 2020.
We do have a motion to approve the bills and claims for June 2nd, 2020. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And usually we say that because for about 50 years, Councilwoman Wendorf has always taken the lead there. Item number 2, the salaries for May 22nd, 2020. Councilors, I'd entertain a motion to approve the salaries.
Your Honor,
Councilwoman Demas.
I motion to approve the salaries for May 22nd, 2020.
We do have a motion to approve the salaries for May 22nd, 2020. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second has been called. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed?
She's been initiated.
Yeah, right. Yeah, maybe it is a female thing. Okay, this is going to bring us to the new business items on our agenda, councilors. And item 1 is the request from the police department for permission to apply for the Bulletproof Vest Grant. Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilman Halter.
to approve that request.
We do have a motion to approve this request. Do we have a second?
Se-
Second has been called. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 2, the recommendation from the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board for Golf Appreciation Days and incentives to be held on June 13th and July 4th, 2020, and to offer a twilight golf fee to the golfers who pay a green fee after 6 p.m. on Thursday and Sunday evenings. Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilman West?
move to approve this request.
We do have a motion to honor this request. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 3, the approval of the Great Divide Economic Development Coalition Comprehensive Economic Development Strategy, CEDS. Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilman Savage?
I move to approve the SIDS report.
We do have a motion to approve the SIDS report. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 4, the request from the Western Wyoming Community College for approval of a 2020 graduates procession route on June 27, 2020 from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Councilman, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor, move to approve that request.
We do have a motion to honor this request. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Abstain.
Let the record show. Councilors, item number 5 and 6, which were tabled on the 19th, We have received information that they're just not going to happen at this time. We may hear later, but I would entertain a motion to remove item number 5 from the table and defeat the request. What's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilman Shalata?
so move that recommendation.
Okay, we have a motion to remove item number 5 from the table. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second has been called. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, item number 5 is off the table. It's a request from BlackRock Incorporated for a liquor catering permit for the American Legion Poker Run on June 6, 2020 from 9 a.m. to midnight at the Old American Legion Building, contingent upon approval by the Sweetwater County Public Health Department. Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor, move to approve.
Councilman, we have a motion to approve this. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. Now be careful here. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
I think you did it backwards.
Any opposed?
Nay.
Nay. Okay.
Nay.
Nay.
We always run into
Get
trouble.
one,
here.
don't we?
Item number 6, councilors, will tabled on the 19th. I'd entertain a motion to remove from the table and take action on it.
Your Honor,
Councilman Shalata?
move that recommendation.
We do have a motion to remove item number 6 from the table. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, item number 6 is removed from the table. It's amended request from the American Legion Riders for a street closure from 501 South Main to the corner of South Main and East Streets for their poker run on June 6, 2020 from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilman Shalata?
move to approve that request.
We do have a motion to approve this request. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor say aye. Any opposed?
Nay.
Nay.
Okay, that item has failed. Item number 7, the request from Jess's Grill for permission to extend their serving area for the Square State Brewing Cornhole Tournament on June 27, 2020 from noon to 2 a.m. Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilman Tate?
move to approve this request.
We do have a motion to honor this request. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Abstain.
Let the record show. Okay, this is going to move us on to the resolution section of our agenda, councilors. We have 5 resolutions. Item number 1 being Resolution 2020-87.
A resolution accepting and approving a City of Rock Springs water connection fee schedule.
Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilman West?
move to approve Resolution 2020-87.
We do have a motion to approve Resolution 2020-87. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. Roll call.
Councilor Demus,
Yes.
Savage,
Yes.
Shalata,
Yes.
Zadi,
Yes.
West,
Yes.
Halter,
Yes.
Tate,
Yes.
Mayor Como.
Yes. Item number 2, Resolution 2020-88.
A resolution accepting the assignment of rights to Afghan patterns for Afghans sold at the Rock Springs Historical Museum.
Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilman Tate?
move to approve 2020-88.
We do have a motion to approve Resolution 2020-88. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. Roll call.
Councilor Savage,
Yes.
Shalata,
Yes.
Zadi,
Yes.
West,
Yes.
Halter,
Yes.
Tate,
Yes.
Demus,
Yes.
Mayor Como.
Yes. Item number 3, Resolution 2020-89.
A resolution accepting and approving an auction and sale agreement between VRK Auctions LLC and the City of Rock Springs, Wyoming for the sale of surplus city property and authorizing Timothy A. Como as mayor of the City of Rock Springs, Wyoming, and Matthew L. McBurnett as city clerk of the City of Rock Springs, Wyoming, to execute said agreements on behalf of the city.
Now, councilors, if you haven't had a chance to look at the surplus list, this is your prime opportunity to make a bid, as well as the public, on some fine equipment out there. Don't miss that opportunity. What's your pleasure?
Haven't seen that list, but I would move to approve Resolution 2020-89.
We do have a motion to approve the contract and Resolution 2020-89. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. Roll call.
Counselor Shalata,
Yes.
Zadi,
Yes.
West,
Yes.
Halter,
Yes.
Tate,
Yes.
Demus,
Yes.
Savage,
Yes.
Mayor Como.
Yes. We were asking the question where the surplus city property doesn't get sold, what do we do with it? And I believe Matt said it just ends up on the surplus list again next year and just keeps going. So, interesting. Item number 4, Resolution 2020-90.
A resolution of the governing body of the City of Rock Springs formally declaring a vacancy to exist in the office of City Council Member for Ward 3 of the City of Rock Springs and providing for appointment to fill said vacancy.
Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilman Halter?
move to approve 2020-90.
We do have a motion to approve Resolution 2020-90. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second has been called. Roll call.
Counselor Zadi,
Yes.
West,
Yes.
Halter,
Don't want to say it, but yes.
Tate,
Yes.
Demus,
Yes.
Savage, Shalata,
Yes.
Mayor Como.
Yes, so the declaration has been made, 15 days to fill. That'll bring us into the meeting on the 16th, of which we'll listen to some presentations, accept nominations, and fill that position in Ward 3. Item number 5, Resolution 2020-91.
A resolution accepting and approving the standard form of agreement between owner and construction manor as constructor with Hogan and Associates Construction, Inc., and authorizing Timothy A. Como as mayor of the City of Rock Springs and Matthew L. McBurnett as city clerk of the City of Rock Springs to accept said agreement on behalf of the City of Rock Springs.
Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilwoman Demus.
I motion to approve Resolution 2020-91.
We do have a motion to approve Resolution 2020-91. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. Roll call.
Counselor West,
Yes.
Halter,
Yes.
Tate,
Yes.
Demus,
Yes.
Savage,
Yes.
Shalata,
Yes.
Zadi,
Yes.
Mayor Como.
Yes. Paul, Matt, Rick, I just want to thank you for your help in trying to get this moving. Well, I'm sure we'll keep an eye on it, but one step closer to seeing some construction on the First Security Bank, and I appreciate your help on that. Counselors, this has got to be a record, but with no further business to come before this governing body, this meeting is adjourned.